Good morning, friends. Diane Halfman here, and welcome to a brand new week. And welcome to Map It Monday, where we go on the journey of spa life together. And spa life is a lifestyle that accepts that accomplishment and harmony coexist. That you can have those wins and things in your life, and you can do it in a way that is harmonious. And we look at the different elements in our life that actually support us in actually creating our spa life. So this month we are talking about spa life relationships. What are the relationships that you have in your life that either are supporting you and moving you towards your goals and really giving you a lot of positive energy versus the relationships that are maybe draining you and maybe aren't supporting you and are not your cheerleaders in your camp, and to really take a look at what's around you and what is supporting you on that. So we're going to be looking at what is your clutter to drama ratio in your life. And, part of, not just looking at, what is not working in your life, but you want to look at what is working in your life. Because when you are committed to living your spa life, you have to look at what are you tolerating in your life and in your space. So, the thing is that, what is in your space, when you're looking at what is in your space, that's what's attracting those people to you. And, how can you control the people that are in your life? You may be asking that, are there toxic people in your life? And so one of the things we look at is, your clutter to drama ratio. And that is something that I was able to formulate in being in many homes, especially, back in the day when I was on the police department and I was in lots of homes. I could see the homes that had the most clutter had the most drama. They had police calling, things were not working. And even though you may not have something that is that extreme, it's a good opportunity to really look around in your space and see what is serving you and what are the people that are serving you in your space. Because here's the thing. If you're not engaged in the drama with someone, they have no one else to talk to, right? Because it takes two people to have that. And you know that we've been around certain people that feels like they trigger you in some way and you maybe are not ending up responding in a way that's your best self. We really want to look at, who are the people that we're spending time with that really engage us in a way to be our best self, because you can actually guide a conversation. If somebody is getting stuck in their story, or you find like you're saying the same stories over and over again, you can tell a story for context, but you don't want to go down the rabbit hole of staying in the problem. That utilize a story to move you through to solution, but you don't want to stay in the same story over and over again that just bogs down yourself and your relationships. So, the best way to counter darkness is to add light. So you want to be able to ask yourself, what ways that you can do that. So if you are, experiencing, some relationships that are not supporting you, it's time to really look around and ask yourself 3 different questions. So the first one is, what is in your space that is giving you the experience of toxic people? So if we have the reference of the clutter to drama ratio, you want to look around. What is, are there piles of papers around you? Are there clothes left out from your last trip that you were on? Are things just not put away? Because what happens is that distracts us subconsciously, and it's not supporting us in a way that really, makes us feel good. And we can, by just the things that are in our space that aren't working, we can attract the people and relationships in our life that aren't working as well. And I promise you, when you clean up those things in your life, you have better experiences with the relationships around you, because a clean space invites clean relationships. If you've got a lot of things that are not working and a lot of drama in your life, you start attracting people that have drama in your life. Everything is related. There's a ripple effect, in our space, in our mindset, how we take care of ourselves, the relationships that we have, they all play on each other. So you really want to look at what is in your space and what is supporting you. So if you're not sure like how your space is supporting you, I do invite you to take my clutter awareness quiz, because in 4 minutes, you have a quick reference of what's working and what's not working in your space. And you can go to that by theclutterawarenessquiz.com. So if you've not taken that yet, I encourage you to do that today. So the second thing is, do the people that are in your space, and do they want to get out of their toxic space? So if somebody's really talking about negative things all the time, and they're sharing and they're saying they want your support, but they're not really committed to getting out of it because they're staying in the story, and they're maybe engaging you in the story, and they're not committed to getting out of it, you really have to look at, you can't really support someone who doesn't want to have help. And so you really want to encourage people to move beyond the story and get into solution. And you can guide them in very positive ways and really guide the conversation to really look at solution. And, if they are committed to not wanting to change, then you really can't support them, and you want to limit the time that you are spending with them. So you want to really look at who is in your space. So then the final thing, and the third question to ask, is how can you add light to the situation? How is it that you can be the one that brings solution, that brings lightness, that you can really guide people through example to really, embody that SpaLife experience of, really having that harmony and bringing that harmony into other people's life. And we can do that by example. So, for example, for me, just this weekend, I am coming away from the Limitless Women gathering here. I'm still here in my hotel room, if you haven't seen that, in Newport Beach for the Limitless Women gathering led by Laura Gisborne. And, that is a perfect example of creating an environment that is productive, it's inspiring. All of the women that were gathered in this space are here doing, big and beautiful things in the world. People were really looking at what is solution and how can we support, and really looking at building a community that supports each other. And so these are the kind of relationships that you want to build in your life. The ones that, they want to ask you, how may I serve you? How can I help you? What is the bigger purpose that we are here to do in the world? And of course, things come up, and we want to sometimes share our story, but it's coming from a place of how can you learn from someone else's experience to then elevate yourself from that experience, not be in that experience. So, when we choose to be in relationship with people that really get us, that really want to have a positive impact in the world, those are the relationships that really build us up and build the foundation that support us for why it is that we're here and what we're here to do. So, one of the things as well is, part of this group of women has a deeper meaning, a deeper purpose for our businesses and why we're here. We're known as the legacy leaders, where we have a give back to our businesses, and we choose different charities that really move us into supporting a larger world and making those impacts and making those relationships. And at this particular gathering, we had the Lynn Twist was there to speak, and the Papa Mancha Alliance was the benefactor. And just the giving in this relatively small group of women came up with enough money to support a birthing village in the rainforest, and to really support how you can see how building relationship with people, asking for support, and really seeing a bigger vision. When you gather these kind of people in your life and build these kind of relationships, you can, in a very small amount of time, make deep impact. And so this is what we're looking at in the kind of relationships that we're building. When you are committed to live your spa life, it's a fulfilling life. It's a life that's deeper and deeper meaning. And so if you are, nodding your head and you're like, I really want to have more of those kind of relationships in my life. I'd love to see, those hearts and those thumbs up, and really embrace that. And if you are not sure, how to go about that, or how to build those kind of relationships, or build the environment that actually supports you in that, I invite you to have a conversation with me. You can personal message me, you can take my clutter awareness quiz, and really look at, what are the changes that you can make in your life, in your relationships, in your space, that can then attract the people that you can have that bigger vision and that bigger experience for yourself. So with that, I want to remind you that this week we'll be stepping into Living Your Spa Life show. And that will be starting on Wednesday during my walk and talk time, where we look at a different perspective. And that'll be at 9 a.m. Pacific on Wednesday. And my guest for that will be Katarina Rando, and you will love having conversations with her. She has built a community of people that really support her and support each other, and they've built, long-term relationships in this community where they have giving circles. And she too is a fellow sister that has luxury retreats, so you can have experiences together. And so we're going to really look at what are, the SpaLife secrets that Katarina has built in her life and the relationships that she's had. So by example, this is really what I want to bring in having my, radio show and my live experiences and my connections with you, to see how it is that we can have the people in our life that support our bigger vision, and see how they got there. What are the things that they did, so we can incorporate those habits and tools and things into our own life as well. So if this is something that you feel is a message that really speaks to you, I'd love to hear your comments. And if you'd like to hear something more about it, I'd love to, go back to the comments and support any further information or questions that you have. I'm here to serve in that way. And if you know that there's someone that really needs to hear this message about who is in their space and how it can affect and impact their life, then please share this. There's someone who this is a message they need to hear, and to support them, to give them tools, not from a place of judgment or you should watch this, but we're just one of like, this might be a resource that can support you. And I really would be grateful for you to help me and get this message out by sharing it with people who would really resonate with this message, who want to build community with people that they can have the relationships that really support them to have a fuller and more harmonious life. So with that, I thank you for your time, for being with me, those who are here with me live, and those who come back and watch this and find a time in their life to see it back on the replay. I really applaud your willingness to change things in your life and to really look at how you can build the environments and elements that really elevate your life. So with that, I hope you have a wonderful, beautiful day, a blessed week, and to always remember to live your spa life. Bye for now.